hair. The last 2 days have been 30 to 40 degree winds all day. So we're dealing with that right now. So if you're not following me on my Instagram, you won't know that I did a poll to see if you guys wanted to see the girls being ridden bareback or not. And the poll was yes, you guys wanted to see them both being ridden bareback. Now this is Avalon's second time being ridden bareback. Now she has been sat on bareback quite a few times, but I never actually asked her to move out during those times because I was just getting her used to me being up there. So this will be her second time being asked to move out. So yeah, let's go get their halters. I'm going to put one at a time in the round pen so that I don't have them messing with my tripod while I'm riding. And I probably won't ride very long because it's freezing. As you can tell, I'm shaking. So let's get into this video. Okay, so kind of an interesting day. I asked Kamani to lay down so I could get on her. And she's looking for a treat, which I only had one. So I was waiting until I got on her to give it to her, which I cut out. Now normally when I get on, I grab her mane and say up, and she gets up, as you see right there. But normally she gets fully up. So for some reason today, she wasn't wanting to get fully up. She'd get like a little ways up and lay back down. So I had to just keep encouraging her. And she finally gets up here in a second. Not sure, maybe she just couldn't get her traction. Threw a little head toss there. So we work on some pretty basic things with Kamani, and we do some trotting, and with Avalon we do some different stuff. So with Kamani we're doing some backing. We do fairly the same thing on each horse, but Kamani's more advanced. So working on stopping and backing. And with my gloves, they're brand new, they're not broken in, so I can't really grip my reins, so I have to be a little bit lighter, which is a good thing. Working on some neck reining. And you can see she likes to just throw her hip out instead of use her shoulder right there. So that's something that we're working on. A little trickier to work on these things bareback because I haven't ridden, like really ridden on trails or anything bareback since I had my horse Fraser. So I don't have the balance that I used to bareback. Asking some backing. She's got a really nice back up. And we're asking for side passing her. And she kind of just gets a little confused and starts swinging her hip and just trying a bunch of different things. Then here she tries to go forward a little bit. So I just have to kind of pick up the reins a little bit. And then she's like, oh, I'm not supposed to be going forward. And then we side pass the other way. Here we're working on disengaging the hindquarters. Really nice job. That was actually really good. So pretty much the reason I'm riding her is just to keep her going, keep her riding, keep things fresh. Pretty much the same thing with Avalon too. Avalon's now had 28 rides. Today was her 28th ride. I've really taken my time with Avalon. It's been a few months since I started her. So we'll ask Kamani for some trotting. And my balance isn't the best, so we'll do a stop and a back up. Trying to work on her and me because this is knee-deep snow in some parts. So it really makes her work, and it really makes me have to kind of sit there, hang on, and get my balance back. Each horse was ridden about 8 minutes, so I did not leave the full video in on each because that'd be a 16-minute video. I like her little jog. It's not even really a trot, it's a tiny little jog. Nice stop and nice back up. So here we're working on flexing. And she's being a little stiff pulling, so I'm waiting for her to soften. And that was the end of her ride. She did really good. So let's move on to Avalon. Of course, when I did Avalon, it started raining and snowing. So here I'm asking her to side pass to the tires, and you can see that hind leg lifting. Watch that hind leg. She's going to kick out and get pissy, and I'm barely touching her. She's very angry that I'm asking her to side pass. So right here she flinches, the rein was falling off, so I just kind of flung it back over. But she was kicking out over me, barely touching her to get her to move over. Very angry, kicking out right there. That's just Avalon. That's how she is. So she wasn't close enough, but I wasn't going to continue to fight with her because we did that for about 2.5 minutes and it was just a fight the whole time. So I got her as close as I could and jumped on her. And jumping on her from a little bit of a distance is still a good thing because she's still fairly green. So it's still a good thing for her to get used to. So here I'm trying to wipe some snow out of her eyes and she just takes her head away like, nope, don't touch me. So I bring her head back in and I go to do it again, get some of that out of her eye. So then here I go to flex her. I kind of wanted to set her head straight and then ask her to flex completely. And she just kind of walks off. You can see there she's leaning against the rein, backing up. And I give her a quick pop there and it's just a lead rope on there. Just to say quit. Because that's why I ride her in a bit. She's one that fights you. As you can see here, I'm trying to get this side and her head's still up a little bit. So I'm just going to hold there until she softens. If that's all we do, then that's all we do. She's got more of an attitude than I'm used to. I'm not used to a fight horse. I'm used to the flighty ones. And she actually spooks in this video too. Luckily, nothing bad. But I did catch it. And you guys will get to see it. So she kept kind of leaning, going towards Kamani. Like I said, I cut quite a bit out. So you'll see me a few times where I'm pulling the rein and it's super tight. Nice stop right there. A nice backup as well. And she just kind of ignores me, so I have to bump on her a little bit. She just wants to go back to Kamani. Herd animals, that's fine. So about here in a second is where she spooks. Right here. She just kind of tucked her ass and tried to run forward a little bit. And the minute I lost my balance, because I don't have very much, I kind of hit the rein and she stopped. So that was really good of a reaction. I was ready to just go off. And at first I didn't know what she spooked at. And then when I turned right here, I seen my dad had let the Rottweilers out. And they came running up to the backyard, which is connected with the fence line to the horses. So she just didn't expect them to come out. And as you can see, the weather's not the best. So here I'm pulling and asking her to back up. You can see me kind of popping my hands back and forth a little bit. She's not really listening. She's just bracing. So I give her a pop with my heels and then she backs up. So they know that when I put my legs forward and pull, if they don't back up, that they're going to get a little pop with my heels. And then they know, hey, I mean business. So that was nice. That was the only time she really fought me backing up. We're coming up here and this little snow pile here, we're working on some little tiny figure eights. Working on pretty much some precise turns. Just getting her to pay attention because she was really pulling at some points to go to Kamani. Like right there, you can see me kind of have to bump. And she's like, I don't want to go this way. Nothing majorly bad, but it reminds me of I like a bit on her. But this is good for her as well. I don't think I'd take her out right now. So right here, she's fighting me again a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. A nice softening of her head. But I wouldn't take her out on the road right now on a halter. Kamani, probably, but her, not right now. No, right there, I went to pet her, and I dropped my rein, and she just walked off, so I picked up the rein and asked her for another step back. As you can see, the weather wasn't very nice to us. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any suggestions, leave them down below, and I will do my best.